Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm bringing to you my reading essentials in which I'll be talking about some of the products or things which I use while I read books. Now, I'm not saying that I use all these products regularly, daily. I'm just saying that these are some things which I use and find convenient because there are multiple necessities when it comes to me while I'm reading, especially for the purpose of YouTube. And there are also some things which I do in order to comfort myself in case if I've had a hard, long day. So in this video, I'll be talking about nearly 10 products, some of which are very useful and very common that every person uses also. And there are some things which are specific to me as well put into this video. So without any further ado, let's get into the products right away. And if I bought any of these products from Amazon, all of them will be linked down in the description. You can go and check them out if you're interested. So without any further ado, let's get into the video right away. The first product is definitely every book lover's staple, and it is bookmarks. Okay, full disclosure, I don't ever spend money on buying bookmarks at all. I always only use the free bookmarks that I get while I purchase books, whether it be from Amazon or from some other used bookstore online. When I get free bookmarks, I just collect them and use them randomly. At times, I also like color coordinating my bookmarks along with the cover of the book that I have, but it's very, very rare. I don't do it often. Also, I like bigger bookmarks compared to the smaller ones, and there are some bookmarks which come with a ribbon tied to them, and I like them also. I have only one of such things. It's very small, that's why I'm not showing it in the video. But apart from bookmarks, there is one other thing which I love a lot more, and they are dress tags. Okay, I don't know why, ever since the beginning itself, compared to bookmarks, I've always felt comfortable with dress tags because they are huge in size and they are far thicker compared to normal bookmarks which I get for free along with my purchased books. It's kind of a weird thing about me, but I've always feel comfortable using dress tags over bookmarks, and yeah, that's the thing. The next product is something which comes in very handy when I'm doing book reviews, because at times when I'm reviewing books, I'll have to take down a lot more notes compared to normally reading them. For example, if I'm reviewing a non-fiction book, I'll usually take a lot more notes because I'd like to present the book in my own words when it comes to the video I'm making. And there are like 3 different types of sticky notes that I use. The first one is this regular sticky note that most of us have used and seen in multiple places. If you're working in an office, I'm sure that you've used a sticky note or at least seen one for sure, and they come in very, very handy always. But I do think this normal size sticky note is not that much cost efficient compared to the other two that I'm going to talk about. But since this is very easily available and flexible when it comes to its various purposes, I frequently use this one. The next one is actually a longer form of the same sticky note. It's a bit big as well as long, so we can write a lot more stuff compared to the amount that we can write in a normal size sticky note. And I usually use this when it comes to dumping all my ideas from what I have interpreted while I'm reading a book. And this is not most of the times for reviews, but for my comprehension itself. The third type of sticky notes are these colored ones. They are very, very short, and I should say these are useful when I have to mark some specific paragraphs, especially in fiction rather than non-fiction, because I like to annotate my book more in fiction compared to non-fiction. And these come in handy when I want to categorize the tabs and just locate some points within the book easily without going through the entire thing. Also, these are very, very cheap, and we can write on these using any pens. They'll not blot, they don't get torn, and the ink also does not get smudged on these. So these are very effective and I use them very, very frequently. The next product is the most basic of all the things that I'm talking about in today's video, and they are highlighters. Okay, I use the Camlin brand highlighters. I've used Faber-Castell also before, but they usually blot very easily when it comes to any type of paper unless it is of very high quality. Also, the price difference is 0 between Faber-Castell as well as Camlin, and I think these are very much more functional and better in quality compared to the Faber-Castell ones. Also, the shades in this brand are much vibrant and they don't blot the paper. That's the main thing which I consider of all. And there's also one specific thing which I consider when I use highlighter. While I'm reading a book, if I use a highlighter in it, there will be only one color present throughout the book, because adding different colors to the same book, it just annoys me a lot. Okay, it makes the book a bit more dirty for me, so I don't like doing it. Also, I like to coordinate the color of the highlighter with something associated with the book. For example, the cover or the mood of the book or the tone in which the book is written, something like that. These come in very handy and they are very inexpensive and very, very functional. The next product is something which adds a whole new layer of aesthetic to any book that I use, and I don't use them in most books at all. When I love a book so much and I just want to make my impression on the book in order to make it feel like it's my whole own thing, I use this. They are the post-it flags. Okay, of all the products that I'm talking about in this video, this is the one which costs a lot more compared to the value that it provides. For example, this packet contains just 5 colors and each color is just having like 10 to 15 strips, but it costs like 30 rupees. So when it comes to the cost efficiency, it's not that great, but if you like to add a lot more layers to your book according to your own style, I'm sure that you will love using these. I'll try to include some clips of my Mortal Instruments books in which I have used these a lot for all the annotations illustrations. Each and every color means a different thing for me. I've color coded them according to the characters in those books. I don't think they are that much functional, but in order to just add an aesthetic to your book and make it look good in order to make you want to read more, you can definitely use these, and they just make the reading experience a lot more joyful. The next product that I use are notebooks. I use different types of notebooks for different things, and I don't always use the notebook on a regular basis. Sometimes they might be once a week or 2 or 3 times a month, most probably, but when I sit down and write, I write a significant amount. I'll just tell you guys the different purposes why I use these 3. I also have some others which I don't want to show here right now. The first one I'm going to talk about is this diary. Okay, it's just a 2020 diary, and I use this always for writing down some of the points while I'm listening to non-fiction audiobooks. I've even featured this in some vlogs, I think. I don't remember properly, but I always use this. I just plug in my earphones, sit down, listen to the book, and when there is some point which feels very important for me, I just put the book on pause and write it in some bulletin points in this one, and it helps me go back to the book and try and understand what I learned from the book. Next, we have this normal spiral bind notebook. In this one, I usually do my scripting always. Sometimes when I'm reading a book, there are some scenes which inspire ideas for videos for me. So when I get those ideas, I usually take them in my phone, and after I have some time, I just sit down and brainstorm some ideas and script the video in a blunt way, and after that I develop it and improvise when I'm filming. So this one comes in very much handy. And at last, we have this black notebook in which I write down some of the favorite lines or dialogues which I read from fiction books. There are also some dialogues and lines which I've written in this notebook which I'm planning to make into a video sometime in the future. So this also serves as kind of a long-term script for me. So let's just wait and see. I'm sure that it will take a bit of time, but when I make the video, all the dialogues and lines for that video will be from this notebook. Next is a product which I have not used for over a year right now due to the pandemic, and it is my book sleeve. Okay, I just love this thing a lot because while I was going to office, I used to travel by train, and I always carry books with me on the train, at least 1 or 2 books, because I don't know when I'll finish a book, and when I'll want to pick up the next one. So I always have a spare one also put in here. This little book sleeve, so it can hold only 2 paperback sized books. If it's a hardcover, normal size hardcover like 400-500 pages long, it can hold 1 single book. There are also some bigger book sleeves which are available in the market. You can definitely check them out. They can accommodate more than 2 or 3 hardbacks at the same time, and this one is with a velcro opening. There are also some available with zippers which are even more convenient. So if you're a person who travels a lot and likes reading, trust me, these will come in very handy because they'll definitely protect the books a lot. It might seem just like a normal cloth bag or a pillowcase right now while I show it in the video, but it has some sponge lining within, which is definitely not that much visible in the camera. But I've used this a lot every day while I travel to work. This was in my bag. Definitely this is something which I've used a lot, and it is very functional and comes in very handy always. The next one is actually a product pair. It is my mobile phone in which I'm filming right now, and the next one is the headphones which I use. This is the Boat Rockers 400. Okay, it's a Bluetooth headphone, so it can be used wireless as well as wired. I have the wire separately along with me, but I should say ever since I bought this, my audiobook experience has increased tremendously because ever since I started using this, I've been listening to a lot more audiobooks than I usually did before. And also I like using these especially when I'm walking, because while I'm walking there's no other stuff to do, and I usually prefer to walk alone. And when it comes to my mobile phone, I always have it in the side. Okay, who doesn't have their mobile at the side? And I use it specifically when I get some confusions. Okay, for example, when I'm reading a sequel and I don't remember some particular incident that happened in the previous book, I google some summary that is available online and go through it. So whenever I read after my book, these 2 are the most important things for me. The next product is something which is a bit fancy, and I don't use this very regularly. I can say that in a week I use it for like 3 to 4 days maximum, and they are scented candles. Okay, I thought of using these scented candles in the beginning of this year, so I went forward and purchased a set. Okay, this set consists of 3 flavors. Okay, we can choose the flavors. It's from Amazon's brand itself, Solimo. 3 scented candles of different flavors for the amount of 300 rupees. So I should say this was very much beneficial compared to the other products which I bought, because I've used one of these 3 candles completely, which is the lavender flavored one. Also, there's one specific thing which you have to keep in mind if you're going to purchase a scented candle. It is that it is not like a perfume or an agarbatti also. While you burn it, the scent is there, but it's not heavy. It's very, very mild. It feels more like a memory rather than just a smell or a scent. It is very much worth the price. At last, the final product is something which is very useful. I'm sure everyone has this and everyone uses this for something or the other, and it is a water bottle full of water. Okay, let it be any work that I do, which I'm doing sitting or with some movement, I always have water with me because I'm a person who gets thirsty very easily, and I always need a lot of water because my body needs a lot of water. Even now you can see that I'm sweating profusely. Sometimes I also don't like to get up in the middle of reading a book and and my throat just dries out completely and my lips become so dry, and it's just a lot more annoying physically. So I always have water by my side, and it's also very much advisable to have water by your side and sip it now and then, because in the world that we live in, from all the things that we do, we forget to hydrate ourselves, and it is very much necessary. So this is the last product that I use. Okay guys, that's all for today, and if you did enjoy watching today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel, because I publish new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.